All right, good evening, my friends. This video is going to talk about Parsiq PRQ. Want to talk about this and share with you guys that this is the map I am viewing, but this must happen first in order for me to trigger this map. We must break the highs. We must break the highs around the B wave. We must do that with volume. So let me turn off this chart and go back to TradingView, and I'm going to talk about this in full. I'm going to talk about this. So in my previous video on this candle here, I said we need to make sure we don't break market structure. Well, we did. So now, and we entered into my boo box, by the way. Absolute beautiful reaction to the boo box. So now we have an uphill battle to climb, okay? And I'm giving us courage here because this is, to me personally, this is a clear ABC corrective pattern, and this is wave one. And we've just, I'm assuming, as long as this is the low and we don't break it again, I mean, I guess we could break it again, but I do believe this is the low, and I want to see this being held as the low, that this is the wave two, and the wave two is completed. Now, we need to see wave three be impulsive. Don't pay attention to these targets, okay? Use my map that I shared with you here, okay? That's my map. This is based on Fibonacci calculations. I have no data because I have no volume up into this upper range. The only maps that I have is based on Fibonacci. And so these are my targets for the near future. Back to the charts. Now, the only way I can trigger this is if we break this high. Must break the high. Because we cannot make a lower low. I cannot make a lower low here because then, or a lower high, excuse me, I cannot make a lower high because then it's telling me most likely it's weakness and we are going to break down again. So we have an uphill battle to climb. Welcome to the market makers of this world. So now we have to wait for price to reclaim a high, okay? Reclaim this high. Once it does that, we want to see volume enter the space, and then if it does so, follow the map. So this is my Elliot wave count for Parsiq at this present moment with the data given to me. Now, I want to show us a couple of things on how we can have courage moving forward, okay? We have VWAPs ahead of us. We have this VWAP we need to break above and this VWAP we need to break above. I'm going to delete those for now. And I want to just pull a volume profile of this consolidationary top and look at it. Let's read it together. So here's the consolidation. I might grab a little bit of this right here. I might grab a little bit of that too. So let me see the data. So here we are. We're right at the value area low. If we reject the value area low and break down here, that's not a good sign. Hence why I said I do not want us to sit around at 10 cents. I cannot have us sit around at 10 cents because that means we're not getting acceptance into value. I want to see us break into this, get up to about 13, okay, and consolidate, and then blast through this point of control, hold on to it, maybe break down a little bit, and then come up into this range. Once we get into this range, I want to see consolidation here or here. If we have consolidation here just before the move, I want to see us blast through it, okay? I want to see it melting past this, okay? If it does this, where you're watching this and it's explosive out of this, pay attention to the map. It's going to get us there. I have courage in that. So I've said I don't want us lingering at 10. We have been lingering, but again, it's the weekend. There's low volume on weekends. So I want to see New York and London send it. So we cannot reject here. We must reclaim this area. We must reclaim value. Do this, have courage, target the POC and the value area high. I have a feeling that if we do get acceptance, it's actually to go to the value area high and actually hold it as support to move higher. So that's my thought process. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking. Therefore, I think that. So let's run a volume profile of the whole thing. I just want to see it, and then I'm done. So yeah, so here's the volume profile of the entire range. We've tapped this, and we're right at the POC. Absolute perfection. If you bought below value, this is the lowest value. It doesn't spend a lot of time here, does it? Compared to how long it's spent in here. So if it gets above, like I said, if it gets above 10, I do not want to sit here. Why? I want to blast at 13 because it's above the POC of the entire range. Everything has a purpose. Every level I give, there's a reason, and it's not just something people think I just put random lines on the chart. No, they're very precise. They're very methodical. They're precision based. I must see these things happen. Then I have courage that the value area high is the next target. Okay, so pit stop around 13. I want to get up above this POC and get holding up here around 13. This would give me confidence that we're heading to 18. What do we do with 18? Break above it, hold it, show bullish divergence. Volume starts to kick in, break these highs, full freaking send, and follow the map. Now, this is another thing that I may have discussed in a previous video, but this is called an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay, this is a head and shoulders pattern, roughly like this, where you have the left shoulder right here, and then you have the right shoulder right here. Now, if I remember correctly, again, I don't remember off the top of my head, but the right shoulder must be taller than the left shoulder, if I remember correctly. And it is barely taller than the right shoulder for this pattern to be correct. Now, again, I haven't looked that up in a very, very long time. I'm just using my memory. So confirm that for me. Now, if we break this neckline, the measured move on this is this. Okay, it's going to be this move right here is also a target for you. It would be the 1-to-1 of this move, and this would break above $1 buster at around $1.69, which would be a increase currently right now of 1,600%, roughly 1,500%. That would be beautiful. So we have the line in the sands. We know what we must defeat. We know the levels. We know the Elliott wave counts. We know the volume profiles. We know exactly what we want to see here, what we do not want to see here. You have the map. You have the knowledge. Be blessed, my friends. See you later.